temperature is rising. I'm burning up, I'm burning up, I'm burning up, I'm burning up. Just can't get enough of those pretty little things you do, sexy little things you say. Hey, how I'll be checking on your body.
Thanks for coming today, and we are all today because we're fundraising money for the charity called All About Love Trust Zimbabwe. This is a charity close to my heart from Mable. It's for children who are affected with HIV and AIDS, and some of them are orphans, some of them are infected themselves, some of them are just affected by it in general. So the money that we fundraise normally it goes to the tuition. They do support groups every month to sort of, and I think you've seen Ian on Facebook, to sort of update each other and motivate and continue to take their medication and just empower these children, because with these support groups they're very helpful, because these children tend to be cast out of society because they have contracted HIV and AIDS, but they are very much healthy children, happy children. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the children. The government gives the ARVs for free now, so they take their medication. It's a matter of following up to see if they're taking the medication. So in the medication side, it's not a problem. It's the side of the stigma, the people, the society. Some don't want to send them to school because they say, what's the point? Some don't want to get involved at all. But it's, I must say, the last time I went to Zimbabwe, it's getting far much better. People are getting a little bit more educated about this, and people are getting a little bit more helpful to the children. So me, where I get in is that I don't want to be that person who just wakes up, was born, pay bills, and die. I want to make a difference. I think we all, it would be nice to do something. And we all pay bills. We are going to do that until we die. But we need to do something for someone, because sometimes you don't know that the person that you help will help you tomorrow. It makes a very big difference in society. You don't know what you've prevented by just helping someone. You could have prevented a suicide, you could have prevented a burglar, someone who was going to bang, steal from you. But if you help them, so you actually help yourself in that sense. So that's why I think I'm very happy that everyone seems to be supporting charity these days. Everyone, you tell them, they quickly get up and go and help. I'm here because some people helped me. Now I can help myself, I can help other people. So I think it's just a very practical circle that just needs to be in our society, that needs to be the norm anyway. It is, but sometimes we just need that push, because people, we do get tired. We're like, even doing the second tea party, I was thinking, do I really have to do it? It's a bit of a hassle. But because we do want to help, but we get tired. But it's that motivation that we have to keep going. And like I said, me, I just want to be born, pay bills and die. I want a big change that I want to see. So I called you here. Thanks for coming. So before we have our tea, can we have a prayer for the food, and then we will just start having our tea before we prepare for. We've got two speakers that are going to speak to us today. We've got I'll go them later. We've got auction sketches that we got from Candice One, and they also couldn't be with us today. We're just gonna do a bit of the auction later on. I think we're expecting Shuki. She donated shoes for us, but she's not here from Shops Italiano 1K. We're going to auction. We've got raffle tickets that we're going around with Helen. Best prize, Sunday lunch at the Marriott Hotel, and for the hamper for best prize. So anyway, we've got an award-winning motivational speaker. She empowers women you need anything, someone to talk to about anything, women-wise, we've got Lindani today. She's the Black African Women Rock. She's the founder of Black African Women Rock. And she is going to give us a speech from us today. So we are quite privileged to have her here because she's had to choose this lady. We got wow.
I'm just going to get straight to the point why we are here. Okay, as a mom, I'm gonna really narrow this on education, as what Mable said. From where I come from, I'm from Zimbabwe, where we are so. It's a good thing that we're now at a point where I'm trying to find a place where I can start from, because looking at years back, HIV, people would die from. I wouldn't say from HIV because people would die from AIDS because of lack of knowledge and lack of medication and lack of understanding what HIV is all about. But now, 2016, medication is available, and thank goodness she actually touched on that medication is now actually there in Africa, because by the time when I left home, even if you hear someone has got HIV, people don't even drink from your glass. They don't even eat from your plate. You'll be so isolated. But now, this is the reason why there's all these organizations that are empowering and educating our African people that, okay, HIV is there. And HIV doesn't have a race. HIV doesn't have any color, doesn't have any age, doesn't have any gender. It can affect anyone. Anyone can have HIV. Whether you are poor, whether you are rich, you still can get HIV. But for us to stop the spread of HIV, it starts with us as individuals. You don't have to tell anyone about your HIV status, but it's also your responsibility as a person to look after yourself. Not only are you looking after yourself, but you're also looking after the people around you, the people that you love, the people that you care for, your children. So it's very important that HIV, it starts with us. You need to know your status. This is where I'm going to start from. We need to know our status. Get a routine, get yourself checked. It's not a death sentence anymore. You're not going to die. You die because of ignorance. You die because of self-negligence. This is why people are still dying from AIDS. But now it's rare for people to actually have AIDS. But if you look after yourself, it won't even get to that. Do we have people here that get themselves checked? Yeah? It's very important to get yourself checked. And it's such a shame because I see things on social media where people are getting arrested for spreading HIV. But the sad part of it is that even if you're HIV, if you think, oh, I'm going to fix Lindani, I'm going to sleep with Lindani, I'm protected, you don't know what I'm carrying. Even if you've got HIV, I can actually come with gonorrhea, I can come with syphilis, I can come with other things that you as an HIV person, you can get from me. So you can have your selfish motives and think, oh, well, because I've got it, I'm going to spread it around. But you are also putting your life at risk by actually adding more infection into your system. So it's very important that you also look after yourself as an individual and look after people around you. If somebody loves you, they're going to love you unconditionally. There's so many couples out there where one is HIV and the other one is not HIV because there is medication. People are now living a healthy and longer life with HIV. This is where the education comes in. And stigma that's when us, the ignorant people, we are very judgmental. Because for some weird reason, people, when they isolate HIV, they think, bitch, whatever, where did she get it from? But it can happen that you are just innocent at home. One goes out there, they do what they're doing, they bring it to you. But so many times it's the women that are mainly stigmatized with HIV, not men. So it is very important that you educate yourself as well. At the same time, we stop the stigma as Africans because anyone can get it. 1 in 4 people suffer from HIV. 1 in 4 people have HIV. HIV is not something that is labeled. I can walk around right now with HIV, you won't even know. It's not written, it's not engraved on anybody that they've got HIV. So it's very important that you look after yourselves, you look after the other person, you look after your children, because it's a chain, it's a very vicious chain, because we are being careless and we are being ignorant to educating ourselves about HIV. It's like diabetes now. People, it's just a pill, 1 or 2 pills every day, like family planning. Your life moves on, you live a healthy life, and we need to stop labeling people, because people are getting, somehow they don't even get it through sexual intercourse. Oh, sorry, we've got kids. Somehow they don't get it through, they can get it in so many ways. Injections, drugs, when they're in drugs, they get it. People get it in so many ways. And it is actually good now that Africa, the children that we are here for today, they are able to get the medication. But I think the most important thing is us as adults, us as a community, is to spread that education, that knowledge, that this is not a death sentence anymore. Because imagine what it feels like for a child who goes to school and other kids are laughing at them. Oh, did you see my love? This is, kids, they do that. Kids are being bullied at school. Because imagine it's a small village, everybody knows that, oh, this one's parents, they died from this. It's us who are doing that to these kids. They are scared to go to school and have education because we are bullying them. We are stigmatizing them as a community, which is wrong. We should be actually giving them hope. We should be going there to leave them with hope. That it's okay. You can have a healthy life. Now they're actually having children, healthy children, they can have families. And as I said, there's so many couples out there where one is negative and the other one is positive. So I think really the whole thing here is about stigma, and it's about educating, and it's about providing that hope and knowledge for these children. So we are actually privileged that they are getting the medication now, and hopefully they are getting the right food as well, Mable, isn't it? Because that's very important as well, that they are well fed, because diet is also very important, that they are being educated, that they need to eat properly, they need to take their medication in time, and it's just educating people out there that this is not a death sentence anymore. Anyone can have it. We've got actually Prince, who just died. Look at what's going on social media. But we don't know, was it because of knowledge? We're going to these churches where they're saying, oh, don't take medication. That is not true. You need your medication. Because there are so many religious people where you go to church and told not to take your medication. Medication is needed. We need that hope, we need the faith, we pray about it, but it's also important to know that medication is needed. So that's where education comes in, that's where stigma comes in as well. Confidentiality is there. Get yourself checked, look after yourselves, so that we are not leaving our children orphaned without anybody to look after, because now they're living 20, 30, 40 years with the disease. So if we don't look after ourselves, this is the reason why today our children are left without parents. Because us as parents, we are not taking the first step to look after ourselves and know our status. You don't need to tell the whole world your status, but you need to look after yourself so that we're not leaving these children suffering. Because we are leaving them suffering because of lack of knowledge. So Mable, well done to you for this. I'm not really going to take up too much of your time, but I think the most important thing really as African, because I think it is a lot in the African community where we are stigmatizing each other, where we are blasting each other on social media. I was once a victim where my name was everywhere on social media. I was one of the people who was stigmatized, and people that made assumptions of who I am. So I know what it feels like to be put in that box. But I didn't fight it because I've got knowledge and wisdom. Not everybody else has got that. But I said, okay, if it is the case, what do I do? Do I check myself? Do I fight this? What do I do? But it actually made me more aware that there is ignorance out there. Because that was just a rumor that was out there, which was not even true. But imagine for people that are actually affected by it, how they feel. If they are being plastered on social media and they're being spoken about in such a way. How about these little kids that are going to school and they're being bullied all the time because of the things that we say, because of the information that we feed them all the time. The reason why it says HIV positive, because you need to have a positive mindset. That's why it's HIV positive. That means a positive mindset, a positive understanding, a positive education, a positive wisdom that we need to pass on to these little kids, that they're not being stigmatized within our society. Get yourself checked if you're not checked. Know who you are, know your status. No need to go around spreading it to people or spreading it to someone, because you are also putting yourself at risk. So this is life. But we need to live a positive life as well, because we are privileged now that the medication is there. You can live. We can look after our children and not leave them without anyone to look after them. Thank you.
The lady in the house, you see this magazine, she's the editor, she produces this magazine. Background is women empowerment, entrepreneurship, if you want to start a business or anything like that. We've got the lady in the house. So this is the magazine, it's on sale, we've still got a bit more as well to sell. Advertising, anything you want, but if you want to set up a business and move up the ladder, that's the lady to speak to. And she's gonna give us a speech this afternoon. So the founder of Chica Magazine, Cleo, can come up and say.
Hello. When I speak about businesses, I'm in my zone. So today, I'm not so much in my zone, but I just want you to give yourselves a round of applause for being here. So clap hands for yourself and say, it's very nice today. It's a lovely day. It's very sunny. You could be down at the beach doing something else, but you chose to come here and stand with Mable in the things that she's doing. The only reason why you're here is because you believe in what Mable is telling you. A lot of us haven't seen the charity. We haven't seen the children, but we believe in her as a woman. We believe in her and her story. She tells us that I have been a child like those people that has been helped and I want to help. But you're here because you believe in that vision. You believe in what she's telling you. And if you can believe in anything that you cannot see, you are a true woman of inspiration. You are a true man of inspiration. You are an inspiration to someone else. So clap hands for yourself for believing in Mable. I want to say, so much to Mable for what she's doing for these children. And I'm going to touch so much about what she does for children, because children touch everyone's heart, and children are the future. So I'll talk so much about children. But now I want to say I'm a businesswoman. I'm very entrepreneurial. I run a matchmaker, I run a magazine, I do this and that and the other. And I always say I will support anybody who's doing a charity, but I don't do charity, and I'll always be there. But for the people that give their time to do charity work, those people need to be clapped hands for. They need the support that we can give them, because she could do something else to make herself some money or do something else, but she stands with those children and gets the people like ourselves that are sat here, and a lot of us who don't own charities, we come here and we give our money to help because we don't own charities ourselves. And that is a good thing that you're set here to say, we believe in your vision, we believe in you, that you're going to deliver the things that we give you to the children. And thank you so much, Mable, for being that kind of a woman, for having that sort of a heart. Not everybody has that kind of a heart, and that is a big heart to be able to give to the children that you do not know. And having known Mable, she has challenged me so much, because I began to think about a certain girl, a little girl that grew up and was born in a family. She was a third child in that family, but she was born at a time where her mother had her first child at 14, her second child at 15, and things were not easy for her. But she found this amazing man that married her, and this child was born into that family. And people would often say she was ugly, but her mother would say, you are beautiful, you're going to be great, you will do massive things, you will grow to be better. And yesterday, the same little girl looked at her mother and said, it is you that has taught me that I am king, that I can do all things, that I am better than what people say about me. And I know that little girl so well, because that little girl is me. So when you look after these children, that Mable, you give your money to these children, you are not paying for their education, because education is not available in schools. We learn literacy in school, we learn maths, we learn English, but the things that little girl had from her mother, that you're beautiful, you're greater, you're bigger, the things that she's used in life to be great are education. That is education. So we're only aiding these kids with literacy, because education is being able to use that literacy and the inspiration that you get around to be better. So you're only paying for them to have literacy, and don't ever get tired in doing that, because that literacy will help. But they may not ever have the education that little girl had, where somebody's saying you're greater, you're bigger, because they're orphans. They don't have that woman, so never forget them. So she's really challenged me not to give her just £10, but to adopt one of her children as a child that I would inspire the same way that my mother has inspired me. I would pick a child that I would forever tell that you are bigger, you are better, you are beautiful, you can do better, you can be who you desire to be, you can live the life that you so desire. I get so emotional about her charity, because I've got to know her as a person, and I've got to know the reasoning behind the whole inspiration about having this charity. And it inspired me so much to think, I will have my own child in your charity, that I will not only give money, but I will give love, and I will give inspiration and motivation, because we all have talent. I was always a girl that maybe I was talented, but the fact that my mom would inspire and motivate me brought fire out of me to be the best person that I can. And I'm just thinking that these kids do not have that. And I do challenge each one and every one of you that is sat here, that pick one person that, even if it's about writing a letter to and finding out how things are going, even when they have their first boyfriend, they can talk to you about it and say, I have met someone, I am falling in love, or my heart is broken. At least they have that person to talk to, because that's where education comes in. What we're giving today is money to pay for their literacy, is money to pay for their maths, their English, and that will aid them in life, but that's not education. Education is outside school. It's what you get from the society that you're raised in.
Amen.
And if you're wondering why you have to pay money for these kids, why should you pay for them to go to school, you have to realize that at the end, they're educated. She told me a story about how these kids, a lot of them came to a point in their lives where they didn't take the medication because churches were telling them this and that and the other. Churches were able to influence these kids to a certain direction because there is no influence where they come from. Excuse my phone, it's very rude. Because there is no influence where they come from. there is no education as well. They're being kicked out of school. Churches need members. They're using these children to call on other people and say, we'll cure you from HIV. But we know that if they had knowledge that they get from school and stuff like that, they won't be, it's not going to talk to that child about her first period. It's the first time she goes in a period. She's going to need that woman to talk to. A child will need somebody to talk to about going on a date with someone. You know, they're already doomed because they are growing up with HIV. The community is looking at them in a funny way. In a funny way, they need that person that brings that confidence in themselves to say that if you don't want to be with me because I'm HIV positive, it doesn't matter. They don't have to beg the society. And we're the women and the man that can do that for those children. So let us step a little bit further than money and do something for these children. I am challenged, and I say to myself, I will adopt my own child. I've been trying for children for so many years, and I thought, maybe this is what I need to do. You may have children of your own, but when you look at your children, think about that child that doesn't have that. You know, yesterday I was looking at my mother, and I said, when I was thinking about this whole coming here to speak in front of people, and I was looking at my mother, and I said, I am blessed to have a woman that has taught me that I'm beyond being a queen. I am a king myself. I don't need a king to make me feel better. And I thought, the children do not have that, but we can all provide that. If you do not have the money, you can still provide that moral support. When you go home, you include them in your visit. That person that you have adopted, you can include them in your vision. I'll tell you, a few years ago, I met a young boy in church. He was 13. He was like 12, 13. His mother had died, and his father was going through chemotherapy and all this stuff was going on in his life. And I sort of said to him, you know, my child, from now onwards, I would go to your school. And they all said, oh, your mother is so young. And he called me his mother. He's now a 17-year-old boy that has been selected as one of the first black people to go away. I don't even understand, but I just say, you see, when you pick someone, you can pick the great, or you can make that person great. So pick a child, give them beyond your money, give them what they don't have that you have. Some people are raised in a household where there's a mother and a father. I was raised with a mother and a little bit of crazy father, but you know, he passed away and stuff like that, but that's a story for another day. But you know, some people are fortunate enough to have that. When you have that, you know what that can do for a child. And if you have that sort of a setting in your house, welcome another person in your household. And I challenge you to do that. Just that one thing. You know, it is often said that satisfaction in life doesn't come from the things that you achieve. It comes from the people that you help, the people that you make as great as you are. And that's always where I found my satisfaction. I always help other businesses to get to the level that I am at and help other businesses. But that's where satisfaction comes from. But satisfaction in your life will come when you pick that child and give them that moral support, that love, that inspiration, and become a parent that they don't have, that is where your satisfaction will be. So I challenge you to do that, because I myself don't do that. So you see me as of today, I'm going to be a mother. So thanks for being here.
Thank you, Cleo.
Hi, Mommy.
I forgot to say,
Happy Mother's Day.
all the like single ladies and single boys, Cleo runs a matchmaking company. That's why I'm friends with her. You don't do your job, but anyway, she literally runs a matchmaking company. So contact her if you've got, business for her. By the way, thank you so much for that stage. Anyway, we've got an auction that we're going to be doing in a minute. Wow! I genuinely don't know what can buy the models as well, because we also want to
£10, here we go, £10, £11, anyone for £11? £11, thank you very much. Anyone who put £12, £12, here we go, £12, £12, £13, anyone for £13, £13,
15.
£15, anyone for £17, 16, £17 here, £17, anyone for £18, Anyone can be £22, anyone, £22 first time, £22, second time, £22, third time, £25. It's not taking a size 22.
Oh, okay.
Taking a model.
Yes. 12 to 14. £25 might be.
£26 here, £26. Anyone who can reach £26. Anyone can reach £26, £26. Here we go, £26.
That's Valentine's. Wanna be with you. I wanna be with you. I wanna be with you. You know it's true. I wanna be with you. I wanna be with you. Let them know.
I wanna be with you. I wanna be with you.
Say what?
I wanna be with you. I wanna be with you.